What happened? Oh, no.
You got that?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today? Everybody having fun at the open house? Awesome, right? So, big reason why we do the open house this time of the year, every year, is this week coming up is Fire Prevention Week, right? So we always try to incorporate some fire safety messaging into our open house in addition to all the fun and the games and everything that we have. So what we're doing today is we're going to do a little bit of a fire behavior education for you guys, and we're going to show you guys the benefits of home fire sprinkler technology. Okay? Home fire sprinkler technology is becoming a more common means of fire protection in newer construction now, right? It's not mandated in the state of Massachusetts right now, but it is available, and you guys can, if you're building a new home or if you're doing any significant renovations to your existing home, you should really think about it because it provides some very quick active fire protection to you guys. And we're going to show you the difference by lighting these two mock-ups of living rooms on fire here. So these rooms are basically identical. So they're set up with normal furnishings that you would find in a typical household that you would see. There's no tricks here. We're not using any accelerants or anything. Basically, it's just what you would typically find in your living rooms. And Deputy Grant is going to be our safety officer. She's going to be in charge of lighting the fires. I have firefighter Stoddard and firefighter Letourneau here that are going to be in our attack line. And what you're going to see is the room on the right has no sprinkler system. The room on the left does. We're going to light the room on the right on fire first, and I'm going to walk you guys through how the fire grows and how it behaves. You guys can see for yourself how fast fire goes, right? So in modern times, with all the synthetic materials that we're building all of our furnishings out of, the way that the homes are constructed now, the different construction techniques, fires are proceeding to flash over faster now than they ever have. And it's a problem for us because our typical means that we always use for you guys to keep you safe, as far as, you know, having two ways out, making sure you have working smoke detectors. Those are all really important, but because these fires are progressing so fast right now, you don't always have the time to escape anymore. The fire sprinkler is like having a firefighter inside your house. When the ceiling temperature hits between 135 and 155 degrees, that sprinkler is going to activate. There's a little glass bulb that holds a plug in place that has a liquid in it that reacts with heat. When that liquid expands and it breaks that glass bulb, water comes down from the pipe in the ceiling, it hits the little pendant on the sprinkler head, and it distributes the water throughout the compartment, okay? Only the sprinkler head that's close to the fire is going to activate. It's not like you see on television where when you set a sprinkler off, all the sprinklers in the building go off. It doesn't work that way, okay? It's just one head, just enough to control the fire. And you guys are going to see for yourself how quick that reacts, how it keeps this fire from getting truly dangerous. And it buys us on the fire department time to get to you, okay? Because these fires are progressing so fast right now, it's not even giving us a chance to come in and do our jobs to try to save your property and save your lives. The sprinkler system is equalizer for us, okay? So we're going to go ahead, Deputy, whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start.
Can I give Jackie a chance to come over?
Okay, that's fine. All right, yes, we'll keep talking for a few minutes then. So the sprinkler technology, the way that it works now is home fire sprinklers are designed to work with your existing water supply that you have. So if you have water coming in from the town, if you have town water, that water supply is more than sufficient to run the home fire sprinklers. If you have a well, your well capacity might be able to do it. You may have to upgrade your pump if you're renovating, or if you're in an area where you have shallow wells or something that's not going to be able to meet the water safety, the water supply standard. You can also install just a small cistern too that will supply these. The sprinkler systems can either be standalone, you can have its own piping, or what's coming now and it's more economical is they have a multi-purpose system that actually uses the same piping that you would use for all of the rest of your household plumbing. It's very economical. It's going to add about, if you're going to build a new home, it's going to add about 1% to the cost of your home. All right, well worth it for the safety benefits that it provides.
In 2 seconds, she'll be ready.
No problem. So, like I said, I think that this is going to kind of show you guys a little bit of We're going to give you guys a little bit of a wake-up sometimes how fast these fires grow.
So want to introduce her?
Yeah. So this third firefighter we have here is firefighter Jacqueline Pierce. She's also another one of our new firefighters. She's going to be graduating the academy in about a month or so, so we're going to be giving her some training here. So give a hand to Jackie. And to Matt and Tyler too. Matt's also going to be graduating in that same class as well. And Tyler actually was in our most recent graduating class.
Good?
Yeah, we can start. So Deputy Grant is going to go ahead and she's going to light that fire for us. So this fire is going to start in a wastebasket right on the back wall. This is a very common ignition point for fires, right? We have sometimes we have careless disposing of smoking materials. We could have oily rags, right? Or even if this isn't a trash fire, maybe this starts on a electrical outlet or something on the wall, right? But what you guys are going to see is that as this fire starts, it's going to ignite the fuels in that trash can, right? And then it's going to actually go and crawl out this wall here. We'll just give her a minute here to get this fire going. Okay, so the fire started. So I'm going to go ahead and start our game clock here. You're going to watch this fire start to grow. So you can see it's consuming the fuel in the trash can, right? And it's going to start to climb up this curtain now. Look at how fast that's going, right? So the smoke detector is going off now. It's giving you guys an early warning. That's at 26 seconds. Hopefully at this point you guys are starting to come out, right? You guys are starting to wake up, right? Minute and 9 seconds now, heat still continuing to grow. So all this smoke that this is producing is very toxic, right, as we're growing? Now you gotta imagine that if you're home, right, you're sleeping, right? We're at what? We're at about a little less than 5 minutes now, right? You have people that are elderly, that are disabled. They're still trying to get out right now, and you're also being overcome by this toxic smoke, right? So. You can start to see the flames starting to consume that couch now, right? At this point, hopefully somebody's called the fire department and we're on the way, right? But we're just at a little over 5 minutes right now, so it's going to be a few minutes for us, especially if you live further away, right? So the town of Lakeville, we're about 38 square miles, right? So if you live a little further away, if you live, say, on Malvo Street, or you live on Route 44, or Pierce Avenue, or something like that, it's going to take a few minutes for us to get there, right? So it's going to be an issue, and this fire is burning uncontrolled at this point. So you can see the fire is starting to create some layering up on the ceiling there, right? The smoke detector has stopped sounding because it's actually burned off right now. Here we go, look at this. So you can actually see how that plexiglass is actually sinking in right now as the fire started to grow and starting to breathe, right? So we're running at about 1,000 degrees right now. You guys can feel the heat? You guys feel the heat coming off of it now? All right, so we're about to, here we go. Everything in that room is on fire now. The fire department come in, we're gonna put this fire out. Nice job, guys. So they're gonna go in now, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna overhaul things in there. Make sure that everything is, the fire is all completely extinguished, right? So they're gonna come forward, they're gonna stay low, right? Because in real life, right, if you're inside the house, this is gonna be all smoky and everything, right? So we're gonna come in and put some more water on that, right? There we go. So now look at how much it burned there, right? There's nothing in that room that survived now, right? Anybody that may have been in that room, you can't survive the temperatures that high, right? And with the amount of toxic smoke that was producing, even if you were remote from the fire, say you were on the second floor, you were in your bedrooms, right? Just the breath of that smoke in an enclosed setting inside your house is enough to incapacitate you. Most of the people that die in fires die from smoke inhalation. They don't die from the actual fire itself, right? So a lot of times when fire departments go in, they're finding people that are overcome by smoke on the second floor, even remote from the fire, right? And at night, hopefully you guys heard that smoke detector and you were able to evacuate. But let's be real though, right? If your smoke detector goes off in the middle of the night, is your first thought to say, oh geez, my house is on fire, I want to go out this window and get out as fast as possible? Most people, right, they want to go and they want to investigate and figure out what's going on, why my detector's going off, and you're losing time there, right? You know, you saw there, so this was less than 7 minutes from complete flashover of this room, right? So that's the reality of what you're facing, you know what I mean? And in a fully enclosed setting where you're not outside like this, that's going to be even faster. That may be 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 minutes, okay? So that was one. And you can see we actually burned right through the wall on the back there. You know, so that's, think about that, right? If there was another room on that side, you're now involving another room. That's how fast these things spread. It's just a few minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and Deputy's going to go and she's going to light the other room. Yeah, sure. So if you guys heard any of those little alarms going off with our firefighters, that's the firefighter's personal alert safety system or PASS. That detects motion on the firefighter. We have to stay in motion at all times. If we notice that there's a stop motion, it gives us a little alert. And if the firefighter stays motionless for more than 20 seconds, it actually sounds an alarm. So if we have a down firefighter, we can hone in on their SCBA and we can hopefully find where they are. So the deputy's going to go ahead and she's going to start lighting off the second one, and we're going to see how the sprinkler works, okay? A little bit of flame there started, right? Go ahead and reset our clock, and we're going to start again. Sprinkler, right? So at 26 seconds, the fire sprinkler activated, and it's actually suppressing the fire right now, just keeping it controlled. Look at that. Sprinkler control in this world. Tyler, can you go ahead and set the sprinkler line down, please? So now the fire department has arrived. We're going to secure the sprinkler system, and the firefighters that are on the line, they're going to go in and they're going to overhaul that room to make sure there's no extension to the walls.
Does anybody want a TV or a used couch? Okay, we're gonna raffle that off at the end.
What do you guys think? It looks good? All right, firefighters saying it looks good in there, right? So look at and compare to the right and to the left, right? The room to the left is still intact. Other than that curtain, nothing else burned. Yeah, the stuff in there is wet, but you know what? It's easier to dry something out versus unburn it, right? When something burns, it's gone forever. You can't salvage it. So home fire sprinkler technology. We recommend it for new construction. If you're buying a new home, ask for home fire sprinklers. It's going to cost a little bit more, but in the long run, it's worth it for your family's peace of mind and your safety, okay? Even if you're renovating your home, think about it. There's options for renovation too, okay? Again, only the sprinkler head closest to the fire is going to activate and do this. You can use this with your existing water supplies. It doesn't require anything special fire pumps or anything like that. It's no more prone to freezing than any of your other plumbing. They're reliable and they're simple. And they require basically no maintenance. If you have a system like this inside your house, the only thing that they say to do is once a year, there's a little valve, a little control valve that has a drain that goes to the outside. Every year, open that up, check it, make sure water flows through it, close it, you're done. It's easier than irrigation system if anybody has that.
Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions, anything that we can answer for you guys? Okay, you guys think it was a worthwhile demo? Yeah. Awesome. If you guys want, you can come up, it's safe now, you guys can come up close if you want and you can see the difference between the two rooms, okay? And see what that sprinkler did versus not having it, okay? And I'm around all day if you guys have any other questions or anything comes up, you want to come and see me, I'm around. I'll probably be around with the older trucks. But thank you guys for your time, we appreciate it. And then depending on what you live in, if you live on the border, you're talking 10, 12 minutes, right? We don't even have a
These are 3 antique pumpers that we have here that were all 3 made in Middleborough. 2 of them are owned by one of our members, Lieutenant Ryan Sylvia. And then 1950 Dodge is owned by the Old Engines Free Association, which is a Lakeville-based association. And the 50 Dodge was the first fire truck the town bought that wasn't homemade in somebody's backyard. It was actually built by a fire apparatus manufacturer. And if you compare these 2 trucks, you can kind of see the Dodge is a 1950 and then this Maxim is a 1951. So they're only a year apart, but it's the difference between what they call a custom chassis truck and a commercial chassis truck, which the Dodge is a commercial chassis. And for a rural town at the time, the Dodge was probably half the cost of the custom truck. And if you think about what Lakeville was like in 1950, you know, probably Bedford Street was the only paved road in town. There was no highways anywhere. So a smaller, lighter truck, despite, you know, besides the cost difference, was probably a much better fit for a rural town than a big, heavy commercial pumper that's fairly complicated. And the Dodge could get service at any Chrysler dealer in the area. You know, Maxim, we did enjoy the luxury of Maxim Motors was in Middleborough, which is close by, but for most places, you know, the fire apparatus manufacturer that makes a custom truck might be halfway across the country, so getting them serviced isn't that easy of a thing, and they're pretty complicated, even back in the day. So our 50 Dodge was in frontline service here in Lakeville until 1983, and then went to another department in Maine for a number of years, and then they gave it back to our department when they got through with it. So it's been back in Lakeville here since the early 1990s, and we've kept it stored either here at the fire station, or for a number of years now it's down at the Historical Society. And it's still fully functional, still runs. It's kind of amazing where you could have the truck sit for 10 months, you throw a battery in it, it starts right back up again, ready to go. So, like I said, if you want to see this truck up close, the Dodge, you can see it down at the Historical Society down on Bedford Street. And then there are shows around, you can see the other two at various other apparatus shows. So this truck is a 1971 Maxim S model that was bought by the town of Wilbraham, Massachusetts, which is out near Springfield. Wilbraham is the headquarters of Friendly's Ice Cream, if you're a Friendly's Ice Cream fan. As typical of trucks in this era, most of them were built with gasoline engines and manual transmissions, which this truck originally had a Waukesha 6-cylinder gasoline engine, and sometime in the 80s or 90s it was converted to a Detroit diesel with an automatic transmission, which is pretty common to that era. The Waukeshas weren't the most dependable of engines, and as things modernized very quickly, the fire apparatus manufacturer, there was nothing really wrong with the truck. It just made sense for the towns to spend some money on them and upgrade the power plant. So this truck belongs to one of our members. It's part of his private collection, and he's had it for less than a year. This was in service, I believe, in another town somewhere here in New England up until maybe 2017 or 2018 before it went out of service.